What is up guys and welcome back to my channel. My name is Noman and today's analysis video is going to be about the Premier League game between Chelsea and Manchester City. So Chelsea lined up in a 4-3-3 formation on paper, but their formation on the ground was mostly 4-2-3-1, with Mason Mount playing at the number 10 position. Manchester City on the other hand lined up in a 4-2-3-1 formation on paper, but their formation on the ground was mostly 3-2-2-3 with possession and 4-4-2 without possession. Man City could not have asked for a better start as they were 2-0 up inside the first 20 minutes, and they looked very dominant throughout the first half. There were many different factors that played a big part in helping Manchester City to dominate possession and create issues for Chelsea. With possession, Man City mostly changed their formation to a back three, with João Cancelo playing as the inverted fullback and moving to the midfield. The front three of Chelsea were trying to press the back three of Manchester City, with Kovacic and Mason Mount covering Gundogan and Rodrigo. Bernardo Silva was trying to drag N'Golo Kante out of his position, and that opened the space in between the lines for Cancelo and De Bruyne to exploit. Manchester City were playing without a number 9 in this game, and Kevin De Bruyne was the false 9, who was constantly dropping in between the lines, with Foden and Sterling keeping the Chelsea fullbacks busy. Back 3 of Manchester City, with Cancelo playing as the inverted fullback and moving into the midfield to create an overload. Kovacic and Mason Mount are trying to cover Gundogan and Rodrigo. Bernardo Silva drags N'Golo Kante wide, and now De Bruyne and Cancelo are totally free in the midfield. Here again, Mason Mount on Rodrigo, Kovacic on Gundogan, and N'Golo Kante on Bernardo Silva, and once again De Bruyne and Cancelo are totally free in the midfield. The Chelsea midfielders are again easily dragged out, and Cancelo and De Bruyne are totally free in between the lines. Cancelo receives the ball and he plays the through ball to De Bruyne, as Ben Chilwell steps out to cover Raheem Sterling. And Kevin De Bruyne should have scored the goal. This time Timo Werner is covering Rodrigo and Mason Mount steps out to cover Cancelo, who has dropped in the midfield. Kovacic is once again covering Gundogan, and Bernardo Silva again drags N'Golo Kante wide to open the space in the central area for Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne easily drops in the space, and Man City move the ball forward right through the heart of Chelsea's midfield. Kevin De Bruyne, who was playing as the false 9, created lots of issues for the Chelsea defense. He was constantly dropping in the midfield to receive the ball with time and space before trying to link up with the front players. Since De Bruyne was able to find so much time and space in between the lines, so as the game progressed, Chelsea decided to keep a tight marking on De Bruyne, and the centre-back started to follow his runs whenever he dropped deep. But that created another issue for Chelsea, as Manchester City were able to exploit the space that the centre-backs were leaving whenever they followed the runs of Kevin De Bruyne. De Bruyne again drops in the space to receive the ball, and this time Kurt Zouma leaves his line to cover De Bruyne in between the lines. Here again, big spaces in between the lines, as Kevin De Bruyne once again drops in between the lines and tries to force Thiago Silva out of his position. De Bruyne receives the ball and he plays the through ball to Raheem Sterling, who plays a first time pass for Bernardo Silva in the space that was left open by Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva was taken out by Kevin De Bruyne, and Manchester City now have a 3v2 position at the far post. De Bruyne once again dropping in between the lines, forcing Zouma out of his position and opening the space in the defense for the run of Foden. Zouma was taken out by De Bruyne, and Silva clears the ball, and the ball goes straight to Kevin De Bruyne. And Man City now have a 2v2 position in the box, and Foden scores the goal. The spaces in between the lines is a big issue for Chelsea, and this is mainly down to their poor pressing. Chelsea's front and midfield lines often move up, while the defensive line stays behind, and that opens a big gap in between the lines for the opponents to exploit. I have no idea what kind of pressing this is, and what the midfielders are trying to do here. Not even a single midfielder is staying behind to give cover to the defense. Big space in between the lines, which Manchester City try to exploit. Just one simple pass from Bernardo Silva to Raheem Sterling, and the entire front and the midfield line is taken out. And Raheem Sterling now has acres of space to run into. Another big issue for Chelsea that I've tried to highlight in many of my previous videos as well is the lack of defensive support from their wingers. The Chelsea fullbacks get isolated very easily as the wingers don't track the runs of the opposition fullbacks. Just look at the position of Pulisic, and he has no intentions of dropping and helping his fullback. Raheem Sterling makes an inside run and he takes away Ben Chilwell, and Cancelo attacks the wide area as Foden gets into a crossing position. Manchester City completely dominated the game yesterday, and they could have easily scored 2 or 3 more goals. With just 4 points in the last 6 games, pressure is now mounting on Lampard, and questions about his future have started to rise. Frank Lampard needs to get the results as soon as possible, as the time is running out. Thank you so much guys for watching the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.